Yes, children, we'll continue with the lesson MCC. Okay, here page number 114. Till now, we all know that they had a list of names to give there for their team, and they wanted to buy a few things related to their cricket game. So, we'll see how they write a letter, and we will see how the lesson goes on. Page number 114. In about an hour, they selected from the catalogue their team requirements, and then came the most difficult part of the whole affair, a letter to Messrs. Binns ordering goods. Bare courtesy made Rajam offer the authorship of the letter to Mani, who declined it. Swaminathan was forced to accept it in spite of his protest, and he sat for a long time chewing his pencil without producing a word. He had infinite trouble with spelling, and the more he tried to be correct, the more muddled he was becoming. In the end, he sat so long thinking of spelling that even such as the words as the and an became doubtful. Rajam took up the task himself. Half an hour later, he placed on the table a letter. Yes, now we all know that they had, you all know the character of all the three of them. Swami was small and timid, but he was very mischievous, and he was a peacemaker. But Rajam was rich, dominating, and he was also generous, and he was very fluent, and he speaks fluent English. Let me be very clear. He speaks fluent English. Mani, he was a bit bully, and he was superstitious, and he was very loyal and protective. So they all decided about the names, and finally all the three were there, and they wanted the requirements. So what they did, they asked Swami to write a letter. But as you know, that Swami was very, very bad with his spelling. Finally, he found it so difficult to write the spelling of even the words such as the and. Rajam was irritated very much about this, and what he did, he finally took up the task himself. He only wanted to write a letter. So what happens? Then he takes the letter and he writes. On page 115, you can see the letter. And see it, children, it's very nice. From NCC and Victory Union 11. So now you know what is the name of the team, what they have given. MCC. Finally, what Rajam had given only gave, and even they had two names. Remember, they had an argument of having two names, and they had the argument of paying two taxes. So finally, they had two names, which they used both in the letter. So he's written from MCC and Victory Union 11 in the bracket. Victory Union 11 in the bracket Malgudi. And to Messrs. Binns, Sportsman, Mount Road, Madras. Okay, this is from and to address they have written there. And he says, Dear Sir, please send to our team 2 junior willet bats, 6 balls, wickets, and other things quick. Full stop. It is very urgent. Full stop again. We shall send you money afterwards. Don't fear. Please be urgent. Your obediently, Captain Rajam, Captain. So this is what Rajam had written. Remember his character? He was only good at speaking English. He was only fluent in speaking English. Children, you should understand this. He was not so good at writing. And even worst was Swami. And even worse than Swami was Mani. He was not interested in studies. This is just a story, children. Okay. So here, see the letter, how he is written. So from this letter, you can know that Rajam, yes, he was fluent only in English. So he is written that what all he wanted? He wanted 2 junior willard bats, 6 balls, wickets, and other things. And he says it is very urgent. And he's telling, you send the material first, later we will send you the money. And he's giving an assurance not to fear also. and he's telling it is very urgent for the things. Who will give the things? Will any shopkeeper give? You will go to the shop and you will ask, sir, give me these things. I will pay you the money later. It is very urgent for me for these things. Anyone will give? Definitely no. This is just a play. Okay. So he says here, don't fear. And he's telling, please, it is urgent also. And finally he's writing Captain Rajam. And again in the bracket he is using Captain. Okay. This letter received Swaminathan's benedictions, a blessing. Oh, Swami was very much pleased. He says, oh, so nice letter. But Mani expressed certain doubts. See, Mani, though he was not interested in studies, he had some doubts. He wanted to know whether dear could stand at the beginning of a letter to a perfect stranger. How can you call Binns dear sir? You must say sir. See, don't you feel Mani is intelligent here? When you're writing to get some materials, dear sir, no. You have to use sir. Rajam's explanation was, I wouldn't say sir. It is only by clerks. I am not Binns' clerk. I don't care to address him as sir. So Rajam also has his own explanation. He's saying, I am not his clerk, so I don't use only sir. So I am using it as dear sir. I don't address him. I don't care, he says. So the argument keeps on going like this. But the letter was this, and the letter was sent to the concerned person to get their things required for the team. So this is what about the MCC, how they have the argument between getting a name for their team, and how they discuss about the taxes, and how Mani also gets into these three arguments, and how they draft a letter, and how Mani finds the mistake in that. But still Rajam always is he's feeling very bossy type, but still never agrees with anything, and finally the letter is sent. So this is about MCC. Please children, go through the lesson from page 110 to 115. Remaining vocabulary and all, I will be doing it in the next video. Okay children, thank you.